Ha ha ha.
Synergy from Liquid throughout. I'm worried for Heretics, bigger picture too, but obviously they still have to finish this one. Look at these positions. Benji's gonna have to be so clean with it.
Baik, Liquid kayak gini.
Fun position to try and work back in on. Okay, Camo's already taken away his support. It's all on
Baik.
Benji and it's too much to handle.
Camo
It's
tuh
12 in
camar,
the blink of an eye. And can you believe that it's Team Liquid getting there?
Even on that finisher, Camo's got 2 1v1s, and it just looks too easy for him.
It does. When did Heretics become like this? And I don't want it to sound like we're being completely disrespectful of what Liquid are doing.
Yes, that-
It's impressive how they're playing. But this is not the Heretics that make it to Champions Finals.
No.
Ah, Matt. Yep. Same, Niels.
I do, yeah.
You love
I mean,
a coach cam, don't you?
I feel for them, but
You've been there, man. You've
it's fun to watch.
Mini
The
finally
pure
becomes a viewer.
torture.
Oh, it is. It is.
Yeah.
It is painful seeing this. All the prep, all the practice, all the work that you put in, and seeing it fall pretty short. Now we do have a stack of util on this site. Does it matter? No. Camo just blows up Woot, and the site is looking open. The confidence is sky high. But can Heretics hold on? So far, it's trading out and not in their favor. It's a problem. But Benji could be the cure. He could be the one to save them. He gets them too, leaving Miniboo in a winnable situation. Not perfect, but doable. Oh, good key.
No respect.
Key. And why would they? Liquid have been in control. Heretics feeling like just a formality to the outcome. Camo to close, and Team Liquid in a surprise result at 13-4. Heretics have to be worried.
If you told me that Liquid were 13-4 up to get to Bangkok in a best of 5, I'd be like, what are you talking about?
Well, that's map 1. Map 2 on the horizon is going to be Abyss. You do not want to miss how this goes.
That would give you wings.
Gives you wings.
Hit the dance floor, let go frustrations. I might have a hidden agenda, but my intention's pure. I'll give you all that I got, and I hope that you don't need more. It's okay, just take my hand now. Damn, me and sweating your hair out. You got me creasing my sneakers. That's usually something I care about. Couldn't see the path, but it's clear now. You was in my dreams, but you here now. And I just want a little dance and a reason to change my plans. All I want is for you to dance with me, with your hands in the air where I can see. I don't know if we'll get another chance, you'll see. So I hope that you'll just come dance with me. We outside, did you hear what? I called a ride cause I'm going up. And there's something mixy going in my cup. Don't say much cause they know what's up. You know it get cold on the late night. We getting all close like it's day night. You looking so fly, you could take flight. Now I got this feeling that I can't fight. Your curves got my urges flaring. You got me by the collar and I'm not caring. You see how the people can't stop staring. I'm trying to make you mine and I'm not sharing. Okay, let's bring it back a bit. She said you could have whatever if you ask for it. Well, I just want to have a little dance and a reason to change my plans. All I want is for you to dance with me, with your hands in the air where I can see. I don't know if we'll get another chance, you'll see. So I hope that you'll just come dance with me.
Get on your feet and move to the beat. Pour up some drinks and then we repeat. Yeah, chasing my purpose, need a release. Yeah, my life's a beach, I'm lost in the breeze. Do this with ease, don't play with my dreams. Yeah, it's so together, it's not what it seems. Heart of a tiger, life of a king. Yeah, chasing my bag, my feet in the cream. Running these laps, not losing my steam. I'm feeling good, it's like what I need. Don't intervene with my energy. Yeah, I'm in her scope like Jimmy Iovine. Yeah, no Superman, but I'm feeling supreme. This not a movie, but I'm making a scene. Yeah, I can tell you how to live your life, but you just gotta get up. Get up. Get up.
An absolute dream start for Team Liquid in this lower bracket final, best of 5. I'm your host, Ying, and I'm back here on the desk with Kakuka and Koala. Now, Bear, you know this, in the Emea, if a team has a permaban, they never play, you just don't pick into it, especially if Nats is on that team.
Man, I'm kind of like getting tired of this, because sometimes we talk about this and we say, oh, it's probably a bait. Every single time that a team leaves it open, they expect the other team to just bite right into it. And how many times has that worked throughout Kickoff? Not many. Like, we see the teams being prepared, maybe with the exception of leaving Bind open for Casey to pick it onto you, might be very short, but those matches have always been close.
Yeah, it's always a bait. It's literally, quite literally, is always a risk here. And I think we can take a look at the comp and kind of understand what we're talking about here. Because, Koala, I'm on the fence, I'm on the side even, of thinking that they might have just said, hey, what do you guys want to play? Let's not, you know, read too much into it. Just pick whatever you want kind of vibe. Would you agree, or is this a legitimate comp?
I think this is the first option. Like, there's no way that they came up with this, but if they did, I mean, it worked clearly fucking. Don't find me. It worked. It worked so well. Like, they cooked.
Yeah, that's how I would have described Kiko's Reina as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And them starting on the defense, reminiscent of what they were doing yesterday, especially against Foot, right? Being extra aggressive, this comps makes it very easy for them.
Yeah, and I just want to say the last time Nats played Fade, it was on Lotus, and we had a Redgar Reina. Now, Kiko admittedly did a little bit better than Redgar. Put the bananas away! Oh. This is the other thing, by the way, Koala, I don't know if you know this, there's a curse. Every time we show a player eating a banana,
they lose.
In between the maps, they lose the next one. So
when you're back.
I won't eat bananas.
Abyss is definitely going to the other side. But let's take a look at some of the things we saw Liquid do, you know. I know there was one round you really wanted to talk about right in the beginning of the game. So talk us through this really nice round 3 push from Liquid.
Yeah, so I think Liquid just wanted to start the game off like very strong. They wanted to show Heretics that they were willing to fight. They just walked through A completely without Heretics knowing, really. Like, they got the perfect timing. I think this kind of like scared Heretics for the rest of the half, to be honest. The way they played this game, they kind of just grouped up. Liquid over-rotated at that point, and the thing with the comp like this, with a Reyna Raze, you kind of want to punish them, right? Like, they're double duelists, like, what do they want to do? They want to fight into you. And I think Heretics grouping up like this and like not realizing that the over-rotation was happening, like, kind of messed them up this entire half, to be honest.
I think that especially in this round, something that we did not mention is that you say that they didn't expect it. And I think that maybe there was a lot of noise going in at that moment, because there was the aggression. We even saw the Prowler coming in from Nats pushing with them. But probably, I cannot believe that they didn't expect Liquid, who has been very aggressive from the defense, playing this composition, but on their bonus, they're just going to stay back.
Yeah, exactly. But also the way that Kamek played Clove is, I want every Clove player in ranked in the world, any situation, Kakuka, to play it the way he did it.
I thought you were going to say in EMEA, and I was going to say, well, this one's the first. But
he definitively is the best Clove player in EMEA.
Exactly, yeah. I 100% agree with you. But as you're saying, yes, being aggressive, still playing with your team, being there with those smokes, but also playing it as a duelist. Just go, take the fights. Just, if everybody's pushing, you go with the pack and with the rest of the flow. And I think that he was feeling really empowered playing the agent, because he always had a second chance, because he was clicking so much. He had the ult.
Yeah, he's got like 3 or 4 ults, yeah, sure.
Yeah, and it almost feels redundant to say this, but Koala, sometimes the aim does matter. It does really matter that if you're shooting, you're shooting.
I mean, my coach always tells us, like, at the end of the day, like, if you're shooting better, like, you probably will win. And like, Liquid did exactly that. Like, they ran a comp that like is not really that normal, and they were just absolutely dominating this entire map.
And it's so important for them coming into this best of 5, knowing what it's at stake, how hard they've been fighting, to start off with this. yes, it is a different composition from what we're used to. The first half was amazing. God would have known what would have happened if they would have started on the different side. But in this situation that they're in, against a team like Heretics, as you're saying, it's about shooting back. Yeah. Heretics yesterday couldn't shoot back. Neither could Foot. In some of the rounds, yes, and on that bind, definitely. But Foot is the team that you expect they're going to shoot back. Team Liquid has found the key to keeping the other team from shooting back.
Yeah, but the issue is we are going to head to Abyss next, and this is where Liquid are not weird about it. You know, they're not running Reyna, they're not running Clove, any of that on Abyss. Well, I would be okay with that. I would actually be super okay with that. But for Heretics though, how bad does this abode for them? You know, Koala, you lose map 1, the map that you probably were really confident in because your team, the opposition always banned it. Is this the end or be all of Heretics?
I'm a little worried because, like I said, like I watched them play this Abyss comp and like Vitality played phenomenal. Don't get me wrong, but I just feels like it's something that they don't really have a lot of like practice or like comfortability on, and I have a feeling that they might actually like revert back to like an old comp, to be honest.
Yeah, exactly. Like, are they going to be keeping that composition? We saw Benji Fishy for the first time playing his 4th agent, I believe, here in Emea, going on the Tejo, putting wood on the chamber. We understand the idea, but I think that in practice, it didn't work. And they didn't have responses. They didn't have the versatility to change things up when it's not working. When plan A didn't work, there was no plan B. And going off on a 13-1 exposes a lot of weakness. So I agree with you. I think that they should revert back and just go to the old comp.
Which old comp? They've got like 5.
Yeah, I mean, I would just say like the basic one. Like, they know how to play the game. Like, they're very good skilled players. Boo's called on that comp plenty of times. I think just going back to your basics and doing what you do best, like I think that is the Heretics way. And yeah.
Doing what they do best is exactly what I expect from Team Liquid in this map. Because from the beginning of the tournament, even though we've seen things like what we saw on Fracture the first time that they played against Foot, that was, you know, sometimes these things happen. But on Abyss, the synchronicity between the events and the way that the players have been getting onto the sites, everything has been so on point. I know that we've talked about Patty Tech a lot today because of the synergy and the relationship with the other team, but I think this is by far his best map.
Well, let's take a look at Agent Select. They're not going to change anything. They are going to go with this comp, but at least at this point, they've had a rep. They've at least played it.
Yeah, and Liquid to default. I expect them to be to have that proactivity. I expect them to be
Heretics तो कुछ नया करना try कर रहा है भाई.
Especially at the beginning, on every pistol, on every that, they're going to be aggressive. I expect them to be on top of that.
Yeah, I think main control is going to be a very big thing for them on the attack. So, like trying to farm Mini Boo's orb is going to be very big. And I want to see Woot. I want to see him get very good timings on these lurks. I want to see him frag because honestly, Woot has been playing phenomenal. Like despite the scoreline, he was hitting nice shots. Like he's going to be a very big impact player this series and this map, and I want to see it happen.
Not only on the lurks, but also keeping an eye on the lurkers, because yes, Wood has that small trap, but it's not going to be enough.
Yeah, and I want to see Benji come alive a little bit. We need to see the Benji we know and love from last year. But this is the thing, Liquid are already leading. Pansy and Mini is going to be a very important map for Team Heretics.
It certainly is going to be an incredibly important map, and it's almost, it feels like a fresh start if you're Heretics, and for Liquid, you've got to be grinning after map 1, right? You've set off a statement. Map 1 in the bag, in the fashion it went down, only dropping 4 rounds. Team Liquid have to be over the moon. Now, coming into this one, though, where do you see the differences being made here between these two?
Honestly, there's a reason why Liquid have picked this map. They've already won it 3 times in fairly convincing fashions. And I'll be honest, I think that defense read on this map is one of the best in the Emea. I don't think there's many teams that play defense that well on this map. It is a tough side. And for them to start on it, I'm a little bit worried for Heretics.
Because I also feel there's something to be said about the confidence having to come in for the likes of Woot, to see Miniboo start firing up as well. They have to start on a good foot forward, and Liquid have looked solid here. So into map 2 we go. Can Liquid keep it up? Was that first map just a blip on the radar, or is there real consistency here? Their map choice now. The early intentions being shown. Team Liquid gonna know that Heretics want to be heading this way.
Yeah, but both drones then no space really made for Heretics. Usually, if you're going to use both those drones at the same time, you expect to get onto the site there.
I quite like Camo's forward position, but Woot's seen him. Lovely from Woot to open that up and create space towards the site. That's instantly going to put Liquid I was going to say instantly into a retake, but actually they're playing this forward. They're trying to challenge on this, and they've isolated a fight. Good trade for Benji, back and forth. Numbers still in their hands until now. Kiko, death from above. Going to find a couple here. It's leaving Nats in what feels like a predictable position on the lurk.
हमेशा flank आते पता है इसलिए लोग flank ही
I
देखिए.
think he knows that this is going to be open most of the time with just the chamber. He can only trip one of these spaces. We saw him do a 2v1 yesterday in this very similar position.
Does he get it again?
30 seconds left.
He's thought about it. Yeah.
Like I said though, they used both those drones, didn't get the space, and it was down to Camo's like just arm showing that really made the difference there for Heretics to be able to get onto that site. If they didn't get that initial pick, I was very worried for them to get onto that site.
Let's freaking go. Team Liquid now. Gonna just be down to the sheriffs. We're gonna have Kiko and Nats.
Push on B here for Liquid.
Oh lord. Are they gonna push this?
Yep.
They might catch a player in here actually. Looking at the amount of bodies behind it. They've just drifted away. The flash coming. Turn. Not bad, but it's forced isolated fight. This could be a Vandal. It absolutely is. There's no way. There is no way that happens here. Huge claim on that. Patatek's gonna get himself out of there with a Vandal in hand. And now they've controlled half the map, and this spike is... Rienz is trying to get out of there with that. He desperately doesn't want that to drop. But Nats is going walking too. The timing on this, I can't believe it. And Patatek's found Rienz. That's the spike found. Nats takes away Boo. What is going on? Oh, Woo with a lovely shot. But he has his work cut out. Team Liquid against the odds with weaker weapons. Pulling back together. Won't do a thing about it. So many players to get through. 40 seconds.
Oh!
Spam.
1 HP कर दिया पति देखो.
It's down to 29 HP. Oh gosh, this feels impossible, doesn't it, for him? Gonna make a go of it. They are stalling time. They're making him work for his dinner. The first fight, he's got it. Nice, gets Kamek. Fancies a bit more as well, but Kiko's position looks like the checkmate, and it is. Team Liquid not letting Heretics get their second step on the ladder. No, kicking them right back down.
Nice round, nice round.
Heretics shouldn't be falling for something as simple as a 4 push down B. Like it felt like they didn't use the util they needed to get information on the space. Happy to just sit in a smoke and try and take an orb. They had no clue if there's 5 people behind that. And on an anti-eco round, they're gonna of course be 5 people behind. 5 people behind that. Sorry, I'm too angry. I can't get my words out. I'm too angry at Heretics at the moment.
Tell them off. Let's see if there's any recovery coming in for Heretics, though. Already going to be noted on the knife. That's a big bulk of the players here.
They do
3 in the
have
right
2
place.
guns.
They do. Mini Boo and Woot there.
This is going to be a common theme, I think, on this attack side. The chamber working towards the A side of the map, getting a line on and trying to get picks. I think Woot will be doing this a lot.
Cutting through.
See the tempo just settling in here. After posting up Woot towards his position. Exploring the rest.
Just a slow round.
Ooh, top mid though, hold on. Mini Boo's taking the space off this one. Feels like it's been noted. They still know about Woot, so you can see the Liquid are keeping a good track on these positions. Now, does Mini Boo over-deliver here? Timing's very important. Oh my god, speaking of timing, he just looked away. Devastating, but great re-clearing towards middle. There was a question mark, and Liquid didn't like that. They wanted it handled.
Does give Woot his timing though. He gets the first.
Big pick there towards Patatek, but he doesn't expect the follow-up so swiftly. And now there's commitment on the side. There's still an opportunity here. And Nats is shutting that opportunity down pretty much kill by kill. Boo's been caught over towards B. So everything now going towards this side. And it's just the 2 classics. Run and gun is not working out here. Liquid, really clean approach.
Yeah, very clean considering Heretics did gamble a little bit on that buy. I believe that Woot is going to be down to... Oh, he's got the goal.
Yeah.
Okay. But interesting decision, but... Yeah, I think the approach that Heretics had, we're going to see that probably quite a few times default-wise. Get Woot onto that A main line, and then Mini Boo working middle. It looks though this round, simple approach. Woot going to be contacting up B with the rendezvous. Is that what they call it? I don't know what it's called. Tour de
Tour de
force?
force.
Tour de force. I
Nailed
used
it.
the TP. I'll learn them one day.
Eh. The sniper, the ultimate. Yeah, you run
The
through
ult.
them. Ult, yeah, classic. So we do have a couple of ults beyond just Woots as well. We do have Benji's now coming through on the other side. Nothing yet to depend on, but they feel like they're in, again, the right place here. Like a pendulum swing. They've got the 3 players over towards that B side. We still have the pressure up through middle. That's a little bit of an unknown quantity.
It's a cheapy idea. He's going to TP past this ult.
That is,
Into heaven.
yeah, there it is. This is a really nice little crunch. Does it work out, though? They still need to find the players, and Camo's actually found a corner to play from, and they've caught Mini Boo! Panatek, perfect, but it's Camo to fall, but they still don't have the sight. The cross, still lethal in approach. Kiko and Panatek just mashing them on the way through. It's Benji left in a 1v3. He's looking done for, surrounded on all fronts now. And you loved the idea, but the execution just falling short. Team Liquid not allowing any of what Heretics want to be selling.
Yeah, I thought that was a beautiful idea. Like, honestly,
a really cool
that
concept.
was really nice. It's just, again, the frags just aren't going the way of Heretics again.
Look at this. The timing on it. I mean, again, the concept is lovely, but Camo kind of playing where he was made it hard to be an easy pick on that. Nice from Panatek there. Oh.
Oh, Benji.
He's having a tough one. Nice! And if we're talking about it as well, yet to get the ball rolling, Miniboo and Boo. Both struggling to get that one started here. Rien's just getting off the 0. And it just feels wherever you go, there's a 3-play stack from Liquid. They've got the right reads in these situations so far. And they want to pressure that point. They're not letting them rest. That is gorgeous. Team Liquid showing confidence. It gets risky in these rounds, but I like them taking the authority there.
Yeah, it's this kind of confidence that we saw in map 1 coming over to map 2. If Liquid keep this up, it's going to be a scary series.
Quick day at the office, it feels like, and a quick ticket to Bangkok, but we'll find out. 11 HP. We're going to start walking. But
Some heroics are going to be needed, though.
gosh, to say the
4v2,
least.
1 gun. Woot doesn't have a lot to work with on this B side. There's nothing, you can jump up on those boxes all you want, but you're probably going to get caught out at some point.
Too far.
Speaking of,
timing.
what is it with that cursed timing?
Timing.
Who tries to get involved to give them that?
अरे उसको फ्लैश कर दिया रे.
A little uncomfortable, but it's fine.
फिर भी नहीं मारा.
Liquid again. I'm loving the confidence we're seeing. Because as much as we can kind of look at Heretics and point out a couple of mistakes we're not liking, a couple of issues that we're seeing, in my mind, map 1 was a little bit of an outlier. This is Liquid playing a very solid game so far.
Yeah, like I said, I think their setups on this map, on a fundamental basis, make more sense than what most teams run. I think they're strong on this defense, and then those little mix-up plays where they're going to punish you for trying to take an orb on A main, those are the layers you need to make it not so readable.
Okay, buy time. Huge round here. Heretics get handled again. You got to feel like they're just going to be in the dumps. This time around, higher priority towards the middle approach. 3 players in response to the early utility invested. But Camo be challenged here. He's not been having the freest of time on site. He has been checked a lot like this. This time Woot, a very quick pickup, but no instantaneous reaction here either.
Yeah, it's the B side of the map that I quite liked from Liquid in general. Like they're usually quite strong on this side of the map in terms of numbers, and then their holds are usually pretty good, but peaks like that from Camo, a little bit unnecessary in my opinion.
A little bit of a reminder. Heretics can, hopefully will start shooting back.
So Heretics prodding towards his A site. Boo looking like he's calling... I thought he was going to call people over, but it's like one of those interesting mid-rounds right now.
Look at Kamek. Right up the guts here. Right in between them. If he takes the longer route, he might run into Boo. And this becomes also telling the timing. They're both sort of drifting here. Boo does get the gun out quicker, it looked like, to find Kamek, but now it's very indicative of a B hit, right? You kind of feel what's coming this way. Do they pivot now? 20 seconds. They've got to make their mind up, and Boo's trying to indicate there could be something else going on, but it is still towards his B site. Kiko's not having any of it. He's going to try and shift towards the back of site itself. I love that. Very courageous play, but no one to capitalize on the flash. And now Nat's on the lurk, gonna catch out Boo. How's it going so wrong? 5 seconds, it's all falling to pieces. Time is their biggest opponent, and I think they've run out of it. Too little, too late, they say, as Team Liquid again controlling Heretics here.
Yeah, after the 5v4, I quite liked that Heretics slowed it down and didn't, you know, instantly commit towards B. But a lot of indecision in that mid round, sending 2 towards the A side of the map for the fake.
Yeah.
And then a kind of, you know, we're at 20 seconds left before we're even scaling up B.
Seconds left.
Like, there's too many things about Heretics right now that I'm concerned about. Like, indecisive mid rounds like that, and the way they're shooting right now.
Now, okay, this will give me a second kind of talk to you about this, because again, Fnatic are probably one of the only teams, if you talk about it bigger picture, who've managed to keep a lot of consistency doing deep runs in tournaments. There are others out there, absolutely, but you are the Fnatic ex-coach, so you're right here. I think if we ignore Heretics' history, it's doing them a disservice. They were, as I said, finalists at champs. If we're going to ignore that, then every game's a coin flip. That's just wrong. But what's going wrong here? They've hit the ground, I don't want to even say running. It feels like there's been faults with this team from the word go. What's standing out to you here? Is it the meta change? Is it just looking a little bit cold? Do they not look ready for this season yet? Burnout? What are you seeing?
I'll be honest with you, like, I know that Fnatic did go on deep runs, but we always did there was always changes being made to make it feel fresh. And when we did keep the same roster for 2024, it wasn't the best year for us. So I think that, you know, that freshness isn't there for Heretics. They've got the same... Some people will argue that keeping the same roster is obviously like a great thing.
Yeah.
And I don't think that this roster needed to change at all. But the problem with it is that everyone gets a bit comfortable.
You think it's a
And
little bit of
maybe, but I've never heard that about Heretics, though. I've never heard anything bad about their work ethic or anything, so...
It's question marks.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just in the back of their mind that, like, you know, we had a great year. Like...
Got to find that same level again, you know, the pressure's starting to mount, but who knows? Right now, all we do know is that Liquid look a whole lot better, but Woots, hello. Hello, you don't often get a turned around player against you. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, Kamig was getting ready for the pop flash, but looked a little bit silly.
Never went
Shot on the bum.
Gives away the game. But that's a free pick, right? This feels like the first time that we've seen a man advantage super...
Ticks.
But Camo with that operator, that's something new to the equation. We haven't seen that yet. Really, those double drones going to be sent through.
You are divided!
Right on top. Oh! Camo! Quick as lightning, and that's going to be the spike drop. That slows down this approach. Does Nats get curious? Yeah, he does. He's got something to work in towards here. They have no idea about Nats. The plant's coming in. Oh my god, he's still going to find Boo. Very quick on that reaction, but he's been handled. But it is a 3v3 retake now. Now look at the positions. Let's take stock here. Patatek's position is going to be important. You're going to have Kiko trying to keep himself in this one. Nice pick there from Miniboo. Takes away Camo and a pop of the ult. They're feeling paranoid about this. They don't know where Patatek's off to or what's going on. They want some security. Miniboo should be securing this one now. A bit worried on the timing there, but he does get away just fine. So they should be aware of the chance of this. Oh my god. Oh my god, that still felt so close. Benji to wrap it up and get a second for Heretics. But that still felt very much on the line.
Yeah, it was a little bit touch and go, but rounds around.
Rounds around, we take
Big
it
ult's coming up now for Heretics as well. Tail ult and the Sova ult, big ults on this map, making the XX really easy. I want to go back 1 second though. I think I got a better answer for you, Heretics. I know it's different than Fnatic, but Heretics were the underdog last year.
That's true.
And I do think that, I know they're working with a performance coach now called Ryan that we used to work with, and I really rate him. But like, I think that work on like, there's a very different shift in expectation now for this team. And I think that shift can have a huge impact on this roster is so young.
That is true.
Like going into a year and being like, oh, we're like people thought they're going to be like one of the bottom teams, and now they're supposed to be the best.
Yeah,
I think that is probably the answer I should have given.
I like it though. Camo going to get out of there. You can see the pour on of Util. It's a full sight hit here. Rien's just posting, trying to catch, and he does. I think he caught at least one then. Yeah, Camo is finding it hard to find any safety on this site. So the spike's still not on the way up. First couple of players trying to take some security here. Is there some sort of flood or pre-take almost? It looked like they tried it, but Kamek getting caught again. Struggling in the last couple of rounds, but Woot now down low. Has to try and shift away. Rien's trying to secure the side, but there's already a player there. Palitek falling, this is better. 4v3, still numbers on their side, and hard to work this back in, but Camo clean with it. But Rien's replies, still not letting it slip away from the man advantage, but Camo apparently does better here, but post-plant with these two agents there, you got to say that's got to be wrapped up, surely. But Boo getting a bit closer again. Camo again, still thriving. But how do they deal with the Astra? Well, they do it with time, apparently, as Boo is going to be forced to fight in this one. Team Liquid running low on time, though. There's going to have to be a big boy shot from Camo. He's got it, but they've also got the defuse! Down to the second. Perfectly handled by Camo there. I was doubting his capability to keep that in check, and I was wrong.
Yeah, I think people have been a little bit critical of Camo being a bit quieter in some of the series, but honestly, he's got the potential there, and that round, he has saved them.
Yeah, 100%. It felt like every single kill that came in was traded back, right? Heretics kept having the numbers up until that. The range on this, come off it, but bloody hell.
Like, if Liquid lose that round, I expect a timeout and a big discussion about losing this B-side of the map. Heretics winning, would have won 2 in a row. The game completely changed after that.
Yeah. Keeping them down on 2, keeping the money down low.
Yeah, the money broken too.
We haven't
That's
seen
a
the
huge round.
Full on A going in. Let's see what it looks like. A struggle. Oh, I think someone's had a little bit of a tumble there potentially too. And Nats is just farming him up. Last one's Boo. What's he going to do with this now? 1v4 with a classic. Yeah, I guess going A doesn't look very nice either.
No, they're weaker weapons, so always going to be a bit tougher. But
Huh? Rien's? Sorry, not Rien's. I hear the arm like, oh, it's Rien's. Yeah, Kanek, what are we up to here?
I mean, it's not his most played agent.
Huh. Interesting choice. Probably not what he wanted there, but Kiko to close out. Yeah.
He just BM'ing. He just BM'ing.
Yeah, you think so?
Observer's not happy either.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't stress the importance of that that Camo. Like, I'm not going to call it clutch, but that round.
That impact he had,
It broke the economy of Heretics, and Heretics were on momentum with good BXX.
It was like a 2-for-1
and now,
there.
is this a timeout from Heretics?
Yeah,
Is that the second map in a row where there's 2 in the first half?
First half?
It is.
Yeah, it is a Heretics
That's
timeout.
rough.
Yeah, like one, you think, okay, for that first map, weird comp, okay, cool. This 2 rounds is not good enough. It really isn't. And you're starting to see Liquid looking more and more confident even in their more traditional comps, right? We're seeing a really solid lockdown on that A site. They've got ideas and good concepts to how they want to handle that, the approach. Yeah, one did come down to Camo kind of maybe over-delivering, but that's great. We take those when you get them. What the hell are Heretics gonna do now?
Yeah, I thought as well, like, Heretics off the last map could have had a little bit of copium being like, oh, they played some Reyna, we're not prepped it,
Yeah.
we're a team that likes to prep. But now they've got the opportunity to look at what Liquid have done and kind of dismantle it, and it's not looking great so far.
The fans split here. Trying to will on Heretics and trying to hope that Liquid do it.
Fans
This
about
is-
both pushes.
I'm
got
just
whistles.
stunned. Now what the hell does Heretics do now? We have the ult for Woot, full buy behind them. And you've just had a timeout.
kami
If you
ko
had
ulti mara ba
every
yung
piece
sundan?
of the items you wanted, you got it now, right? This is the full hand to play with, basically, barring a couple of the ults. So you got to see impact now, Mini.
Buhay.
Oh,
that was-
okay. Okay, that's nice. We're starting to see them pull out those, you know, I don't want to say one tricks almost, but you can't run that over and over again. But I love the idea behind taking top mid.
But Liquid had the perfect read on that. Like, they
Which-
knew that they knew that there was that one little spot where Camo could be sat to try and punish the TP.
Here.
But he got stunned by something. The Astra stun, maybe.
That's on the operator.
found
I
the
doubted
wire.
it before, and then he looked absolutely wild on it. Does he outdo Woot? He does! He's good for it, takes him away. And now Kamek gonna have to show his hand, though. He's kind of tucked on this one, trying to stay alive, deals with the dart. What is going on? Okay, but Nats has just got Mini Boo as well. He's still sticking around. He's seen another. Oh, go on, Nats. It's just outrageous from Nats. It's down to a 2v2, though. Totally different feelings on either side. Kiko, pretty confident, sky high. For Heretics, a must-have round.
Patitech on this flank is not going to be caught by the chamber because he's dead.
He's got freedom to work here. Waiting maybe for Kiko to get back into this. But it looks like Heretics want to try and find the player, take away some further space, find security from the flank. They're trying to go for
this
it.
corner, I'll be very surprised.
They're going for the plant on this side. Oh my god, Riens! How did he get the gun out so fast? But it's down on Patitech now. They've got time on the plant. And this starts feeling more and more predictable because the time's elapsed. But he's able to get close. How close can one man get? This close! He's still got the flash as well. I think he caught a glimpse of Boo there. He absolutely knows. 1v1. You got to put your faith in Patitech surely in this, but Boo's going to play for the time. But it doesn't matter when Patitech just absolutely smashes them. Another opportunity missed, and another made for Team Liquid, up to 8 rounds here.
Yeah, almost poetic that it's Patitech digging the grave right now for Heretics. Yeah, not... It's even simple things like Nats on that off. We got the Sova drone coming in, and Woot's not waiting for it to clear anything, and Nats has just got the easiest shot of his life, and then momentum's it off. Beautiful 3K from Nats. He doesn't need the chamber.
No. 8-2. And it's been dominance from Team Liquid. Heretics still without an answer. Looking flat, looking out of it.
It looks like Camo's in that exact same position as last time, thinking he got unlucky last time. He wants to tempt fate again, but Heretics this time not going for their middle default.
No, so they've got the ult on Boo here. They've got Hunter's Fury with Riens as well.
Yeah, and they're pinging on the A site the kind of wall that they want, the Astra ult they want to try and do. Looks like they're going to cut the site in half.
There's a little cubby to play for pretty much. Nats is there, but he's pretty far off. He was already kind of expecting, it felt like that B take to come in.
And now with the spike down, the post-plant util for Heretics is going to be a lot. We've got the Sova ult coming in, Teo salvos, Astra suck, and a 5v4.
Yeah, they caught Patitech. Boo with that late timing, working out really well for them. This would be an unforgivable loss. Camo gonna get things started. Can't really contest on that. Has to respect that the dart connected. Now you're seeing the util pour on. Nats defying it for now to commit it to halfway to try and make this doable. They're going to force everything through here, and the panic's starting to mount. Still firing off. What is going on? Speaking of firing off, the falling off. Hey, look, if it's how you get the round, it's how you get the round. The slow and eventual death. Benji sending him down to the depths. The Team Liquid being held on 8, and Heretics up to their 3rd.
I mean, it's a nice idea from Heretics using the Astra ult to just get the site for free. Got all that util for the post plant, but it did require 2 big ults. And again, we're looking at Abyss. This is another map where it's an attack side of the map. So it's not a great look even if they win this last round. I mean, he should have just fell. Denied it all. Min-max, come on.
8-3, here we go. Fast, pacey, I like it. Oh, I love it. Kavik in unison, but they didn't expect Mini Boo. Gonna pop the ult to keep himself safe. Finds all the information he needs. What can Mini Boo do here? He's only got 4 kills. He's been struggling. He sees so much. Gets them the site, gets it secure. Plant should be on the cards here for Heretics. Patitech and Nats. Ult's ready.
वो 1 HP कर दिया.
Scoring middle here. Gonna have Nats on
1
that
HP
flank.
कर दिया bro.
There's that ult.
Spike
Times
planted.
before.
Yep. Then you're going to see the KO on top. Timing is everything. And we wanted to handle it. I like that. It's bold and it's brave, and you need them to back themselves, to call their own number up once in a while. But Nats on that lurk is spotted. Riens looking sharper by the second, and Kamik is cleared. 8-4. It's doable, but it's certainly not what you want for Heretics.
No, like I said, this is the map you expect the bulk of your rounds on attack. Heretics are going to be looking at a very important pistol round. second half.
That will mean the world to them. They need to lock in on this one because Liquid look lethal. This could be the 2-0 start in this best of 5. You don't want to miss this second half. Liquid could close it out here and get teed up for that third map.
One enemy remaining.
Eight to 4 if you're just tuning in. Team Liquid with the upper hand here. Looking exceptional so far, and Heretics only gathering 4 rounds. Mini, that is not a lot to work with.
No, considering yesterday they won 1 out of 12 on the defense against Vitality, it's not the half that Heretics wanted here.
No, it's not, but it's not over yet.
Crowd is heating up.
Look, the crowd is wanting Heretics to do better here. We'll see. For now, Liquid are on the attack here. Heretics, of course, now having to defend. And it looks like a fight down middle is what they're opting for to begin with.
Walk down, but they're going to be walking into a Cypher trip. So, Liquid in a good position if they can hit this exit quickly.
Yeah, can Boo stay alive here? I don't know if he can. No, he can't. He's cleared. So, oh, Mini Boo getting caught as well. This feels like it's already fallen apart, but let's see what this flank looks like. This is what they put a lot of stock behind, but it's not reaping the rewards they would have wanted when Nats reads it so obviously. Rien's now in a 1v4, and Team Liquid look alive, looking like they want Bangkok tickets right here, right now. 10 is not even that far away.
Yeah, it just looked way too easy for Liquid. I mean, Boo stuck at the back of the site with a smoke. I don't think he's ever holding that against a full exec, to be honest with you.
What are you meant to do at this point as well? But the game's just spiraling away from you. If you're reading the game like normal, if mistakes don't happen, which they can, Liquid lock this one in as well. That's 10. And then that finish line feels so close. And that gives you everything you need to go forward. Woot looking like he wants to try and have impact here. Kiko right, Panatek left, and it's a 1-2 close down. Simple stuff.
The Heretics are stacking towards the B side of the map, so there is possibility, but Nats also.
Labored, but it works.
So that might trigger Liquid to go into the B side into the stack.
Okay, no, this is still game on here. Hold on. Rien's Boo and Benji starting to get cleared out here. The mismatch of weaponry finally being the bigger factor. And Rien's, he's got a ways to go to find this one. Let's see what he's got for us. Just a Sheriff. 3 opponents in deep post-plant positions. Oh, this is tough. I think he knows it too. Yeah, Kamek gonna make sure he knows it. 10 for Team Liquid, marching towards that finish line now. God, they are so close to getting this done. This bonus is going to be lethal as well.
Yeah, Liquid last time on the defense had some creative ideas that I was so about, but we'll see here if they've got any up their sleeve for the bonus. It's looking like it's going to be a very direct hit towards the A side of the map, and if it is, poor Rians has got a lot of work to do.
But remember, at one point in time in my mind, Rians was, you know, potentially Leo 2.0. This guy has had some incredible performances. This is a lot to ask of him now, though, and I think he understands there was some pressure. There are some indicators. Camo, let's see if we can stay on the map this time. Yeah, no sweat. All good. Felt a bit dangerous. Rienz is already going to be kept back by the smoke here. He doesn't have any potential to do too much beyond that. Already utilizing the dart, and the Aldrone is, you know, precious goods here. But Camo wants to get a bit more involved. Oh my word, Camo. Someone's gonna check, right? Someone deal with Camo! He gets away with daylight robbery, and Rienz isn't turning around! They're asleep at the damn wheel, Mini!
Yeah, I mean, Kiko's destroyed them at the end, but even the round was already, in my eyes, almost over as soon as that exit came into A. There's like, Heretics have changed their setup from their last game to be more towards the B side of the map because of Team Liquid favoring it in their previous series. Yeah. And Liquid have just said, no, we're just going to go away.
Nice! Nice, Gio!
The Heretics resetting after that round into their more standard approach, the 2-1-2.
This rise from Team Liquid has to be studied. I tell you now, at the start of the season, they didn't look fantastic, but this difference being made, and what is Boo up to here?
I mean, it is the low buy, but
That was clean.
I'd love to see them try something a little bit more together on that, though, or come up with a concept. You know, creativity gets so much more in these sort of rounds. You get a little bit more freedom to play with, but Benji is going to strike back at least. So takes away Kamek, but I like this from Woot. Again, I don't mind them trying things in this sort of round.
yeah, Boo is not the chamber here, so I agree.
Toxicity is rising within you. I like it. It's good. Does the off angle get rewarded? God! They're hitting hard today, to be fair. Liquid are absolutely hitting.
I mean, I don't think Woot had too much success. Like, this was the main, he did this almost 12 rounds in a row yesterday. The A main, or A site hold, and it wasn't particularly successful for him.
And that is just trying to defend the back line. Oh, it's just poetry in motion, making it look so simple. Miniboo's done for. Liquid making it up to 12, and they've done it with ease. Let's put this into context. 4 rounds for Heretics. That's all they've got, including the first map. 4 rounds. All they've managed in all of the rounds so far is 8 overall. This has been a Team Liquid show so far. There is a real conversation to be had about this being over in 3.
Yesterday, they won 5 out of 24 defense rounds. Today, what did they win on Lewis?
4 overall.
पुश आने वाला है गंदा वाला
9 out of 41?
The maths ain't looking good, but this round is all in. They've gone for the brawl, put it all on the line and see if we survive. And so far, they're keeping up to it. They're trying to keep the game. I don't know why we're showing the crowd in these moments. It's a 3v2. Kiko and Camo to bring this back from this brawl that was going on. Heretics gonna get rezzed here. They're back up to what looks like better numbers now.
Deploying drone.
They can just slow this down for a second as well. They can ease back into this. Rienz and Boo are still just on knife's edge
They could
here.
have a minute to play with. They don't need to do anything.
They're flashing in, and it's a really nice flash. But it's Boo who's just behind the cover, able to just shoulder peek out on it, finds Kamek, and the team gets taken. But
the spike was left. A little mistake there.
We have to.
Yeah, I'm surprised they went for that flash peek. I thought they'd just wait around a little bit longer, but
I kind of like what Kiko's up to, though.
Yeah.
Again, if you're going to make a mistake, make something of it, right? And if you're Boo, do you think about this? I mean, maybe the offset in timing does make you question mark because they haven't got a plan.
You can see that Boo is question marking his own spawn right now.
Yeah, thinking maybe Kiko's gone for some, you know, mad play to spawn rather than towards that site. We know what happened, but they might be rewarded in this because you just don't expect it. and these steps are heard. And speaking of expectations, it's completely subverted with a surprise up middle. Kiko, unconventional, but it seems to work as Rien's now has the challenge of his life just to get through towards the site. He has no idea where Kiko's gone. He can hazard a guess, but he's got to make the cross. And Kiko is waiting for the time to strike. He's going to hear the steps and closing again, hunting down his prey. Rien's now knows he's going to be surrounded in this one. He's got problems left, right, and center. One up towards the top, one towards the site. Rien's, there's not much more to be done. Team Liquid make it to 13, keeping Heretics held on that
कैसे मर गए रे सब
rounds.
और राउंड दिखाया भी नहीं है क्या हुआ है बोल के
Dominant so far. I didn't expect it from Liquid.
No, that's what, 2 13-4s in a row? Like,
I can't believe it.
Heretics need to reverse sweep Team Liquid to make it to Bangkok.
That sentence in its own is so powerful to think about. It has to be the reverse sweep now. God only knows if they can make it. I certainly don't.
എടുക്കത്തേനെ മുന്നാലിറ്റി
Yo, Kenny! Oh, I fell off the map.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Let's take it up a notch. Running out the clock. I shoot my shot. I cannot be stopped. Let's take it up a notch. Let's take it up a notch. Let's take it up a notch. Running out the clock. I shoot my shot. I cannot be stopped. Let's take it up a notch. 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 Running out the clock. I shoot my shot. I cannot be stopped. Let's take it up a notch. Let's take it up a notch. Let's take it up a notch. Running out the clock. I shoot my shot. I cannot be stopped. Let's take it up a notch. 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 Running out the clock. I shoot my shot. I cannot be stopped. Let's take it up a notch. Let's take it up a notch.
Team Liquid are just one map away from locking in Masters Bangkok. And for Heretics, they might just miss out on the first global event of the year. I'm your host, and I'm back here with Kikuka and Koala Noob. We have never seen Koala a Heretics that looks like that. Not even a Champs did they look like that.
No, I mean, like, usually you're seeing Benji, Fish, you're seeing Miniboo, like, they're getting extremely hyped. They're trying to, like, lift their team up in, like, weird situations. And, like, right now, this is a weird situation. Like, they're down 2-0. Like, this isn't normal. They need to start waking up, and they need to start feeling better.
The momentum is obviously and fully on Liquid side, and as you're saying, I think it's so important to have those kind of rounds that bring you back into the game. Come on, guys, we can turn this around. And we didn't see, when they won those rounds, it was not a stomp or somebody having a crazy play, so Benji or anybody else could be like, yo, guy, you're insane, just keep it up.
Out of all of the times that Heretics, you know, we joke about them always being second place, best of fives, not having a great record. They've never been dominated like this. They've at least put up a good fight. But here's the thing, though. How do you fight against a Liquid that are just confident, playing together? Like you said, Kikuka, so much reps as well. They've been on the stage more than anyone else.
Yes, yeah, exactly. And I think they've gotten pretty comfortable. We know when we talk about the aggressive from the defense, why is Team Heretics not prepared for that? Why are they taking so many risks, especially at the beginning of the round, not setting up the default properly to fight back against Team Liquid?
Yeah, and Koala also, why are they not anticipating what we saw on the second round of the game where, you know, Heretics, they win the pistol, but then we're going to take a look at it right now. This eco, what was the plan here? What was the protocol?
I think they were just trying to do like an orb default. Like, they were trying to get Benji's orb way too fast. I think they just weren't taking, like, they didn't think about the risks that can come with that. They should have waited a little bit more. They're on pistols. They know this. They're gonna get in their face. They have to, right? It's the only way they're gonna win this round. Like, the thing I don't like here is when I think Boo probably calls for them to re-aggro the space, right? Because they know that they have that space. But what a lot of teams are doing now is they're starting to stack up together. It's 5v3. Why do you need to move, right? So you're walking back into where the Vandals are, and look at that, like 5v2, and the round's pretty much over. A beautiful flank from Nats, and yeah.
Yeah, in many situations, even we see the teams, if after they're being pushed, they just go to another side of the map, not retaking that space. You know, just give it up. You already know that there's at least 4 players there. Why would you go for that? But as you're saying, that is a huge risk to take against a team that you know is aggressive on the defense, and it's so normal to just stack on one of the sides after you lose the first round.
I'm very glad to see that they're smiling in that clip, you know, some sort of coming alive, and to say that. But the thing is, Kikuka, we're also seeing a Heretics that are just making some weirder decisions, some mistakes. We'll take a look at this round where they had a Sova ult and a Tejo ult. And what happened?
I feel like it was devastating. Like, at the beginning, we see them use this Tejo ult. It's not the only one that they used on this side of the map, but we see no impact, as in we just forced them out of the sides. But look at Team Liquid. They're already ready to retake. The position has not been forced out. They still haven't lost completely the control of the side. Yes, wood is good for one, but you know the Team Liquid wants to fight. They do not want to get into that post-plan situation. And even when they do, by the way, that shot was insane coming in from Camo, but they seem so in control, even if it's a 4v2, even if it's a 2v3.
And you can't be losing clutches, Koala, like this. If this wasn't the only one that they lost, it felt like a theme where they kept losing these 2v2s or 2v1s.
Yeah, I mean, the clutches, like with Heretics right now, they're just not good. And like, another big point with this team, they're 23 first deaths. In 2-13-4s, 23 first deaths. They have 11 first kills. That's just something that doesn't happen with them, and that's something that's got to change in these next coming maps if they want to have any chance.
Yeah, and out of those 11 first kills, they only converted 4. Yeah. Imagine playing 2 maps and only winning 4 5v4s. And the reason we're highlighting this is because it's Team Heretics. Yeah. They're not the team that do this. It never happens to them.
This 2v1 as well. I think that, yeah, as you're saying, it's not what happened to them, at least last year, but the confidence that we're seeing, this is the Paditech that they wanted to have on his team. We're in this situation, he's 2v1, we say he never loses this. He never loses this. The moment that he isolates the first, he's like on that 1v1, especially against Boo that is not having a good series. Guaranteed.
Yeah, I mean, for Liquid, they are just doing what they showed up on stage to do yesterday as well. They don't need to change anything, but this is the thing. Let's get some copium, hopium. Yes. We're going to Fracture next. We have seen a reverse sweep before in this region. The first time we ever saw it was last year. There could be another one in this best of 5, and it's a good thing that we're going to Fracture next. Let's talk about who we think should be the player on the side of Heretics. Can maybe Kikuka dig them out of this hole?
I think it has to be Minibu. We were talking about how him being on the Euro, we like to see this new frontier for him and how he's going to face it. Now in this map and after the performance that we saw against Gentlemates, how the rest of the team is going to set him up, everybody playing from a role of comfort, including himself on that race, he has to be the one taking those duels and being victorious. I want to see good plans. I want them to be proud of what they're doing in each round.
Yeah, I mean, Miniboo, he's on a comfort agent. Raze this year has been his best duelist by far. He's looking fantastic on it, and it's like you said, the comfortability that they're coming in with a map like this is exactly what you need if you want to make the reverse sweep.
I wouldn't even hate a Neon if they manage to take this one. They go to Haven, they go to Bayern. Who knows what's going to happen next? And here's the thing for Liquid as well. For some of these players, you know, your Kamix, your Camos, they've never been in the best of 5 against a team like Heretics, where they could take this a clean 3-0. And this is also where we do see teams drop a map. You know, it's very, very hard to close things out 3-0. And for Liquid, I want them to not waver in their confidence.
Yeah, exactly. Especially if you, I would die to see what Nats is saying here, because I feel like he's been so proactive.
Disrespect them.
Yeah, disrespect them. I mean,
yeah.
there's been some bit of this.
I mean, that's what I would like to hear my IGL say if I'm up 2-0. The way Liquid's been playing this game.
Message for Angel.
But I mean, they're up 2-0, right? Like they're playing full confidence. They've been running it down together, and it's working. Like why? Like don't change anything now. Like do what keeps working, and if you need to adapt, you adapt from there. But if Nats is saying that, that's in my opinion the perfect thing to say.
I like what you were saying, Yinsu, about the Neon. We saw Food using it. We saw the variants when we speak about comfort. And maybe Heretics now taking a little bit of what Liquid has been doing of changing the compositions and whatnot. It could be a solution.
Yeah, it could be. And this is not over. It is a 2-0. They will have one last chance here as we take a look at the agent select. They're not going to change anything. And for Liquid, they changed stuff already. And this looked really good last time.
Yeah, exactly. Moving away from the Gecko and the Sage, playing with no duelist. You know a lot about that, Koala Noob. What do you make out of these changes?
I mean, I think the changes are very simple on a map like Fracture. I think it works really well with the way the map wants to be played. The Tejo, in my opinion, this might be his best or one of the best maps, and I think it's going to really make Camo's life a lot easier, knowing that main control will be very easy. They can rotate more accordingly, and I think it'll be something very simple to play.
Yeah, with Rian's also playing from the sky, maybe missing a little bit on that stun, but I think that he combos it pretty well, and the ultimate can definitely be a game-changing. With Heretics starting on the defense here, I want to see that proactivity. I want to see them taking the space and also getting those first kills, at least even if it's to feel well, to feel good, and actually reacting well after that first step.
I mean, they have to, otherwise otherwise it's going to be in trouble. But here's the thing, Liquid, they are one map away. We haven't seen that at a global event for an entire year. Pansy and Mini, this is going to be his best chance right here, right now.
But doing it in 3, come on, that would be out of this world. To be able to lock out Heretics, deny their chance at that first international into the new year would be unbelievable, and they have every chance to do it. It has been lackluster. It's been a weak showing so far from Heretics, but the map pool starts to look a bit better for them at this point. You could argue, right?
Yep.
But it takes a lot to do a reverse sweep, Mini, and Liquid looks so good.
I'm not sure about the next 2 maps, but on this map in particular, I did like what Heretics were putting out in the last series they played. Like, their defenses have been horrible the past 2 days, but they did win 11 the last time they played this map. So I think Heretics do have, I would favor them on this map, to be honest. But Liquid are no slouches. The Breach Teo combo, the comp switch from them has looked good.
Let's go next match.
We're going to see the fast B, see the Molly already in tower, and it's going to be a conceded site for Heretics. It's going to be a big retake for them.
Instantly shifting into that gear. Plant's going to come in.
There's going to be a majority retake through the spawn for Heretics and just Boo on the flank.
But it will be noted, this flank will not go unchecked on, or at least considered, because they'll have to show presence. Camo? I don't know how he got that, but he did. Turns the flash as well. Camo's back in business, baby. Oh, Team Liquid looking just a step up. They look so much better. Woot and Boo just looking like there's nothing to do here. Boo's finally made it to the side, but all his team are dead. 1v5, Boo, show me what you're made of. That ain't bad. Give me some more. More of that, yes, please. But the time is so low. There's no more to be done. Nice tries. Don't equate to rounds here. Team Liquid get off to a belting start.
Yeah, Liquid with the A stack was unfortunate for them. I expected more to be pushing out of A main there early, not just Boo. But Camo on that, I don't even know how he got that first one, but afterwards the trades off of each other, the aim, everything from Liquid is just looking, the fundamentals look incredible. I'm watching Team Liquid with this level of fundamentals. I did not expect
We're
this.
praising Team Liquid. It feels bizarre. I don't know what year we're in. Is Sliggy back in the coaching booth? Like, what's going on here?
Absolutely not.
But they look good, right? But there is an element that Heretics also look a little flat. And at this point, the best go to Bangkok. That's the simple fact
There's
of
only
it.
so many times we can say that, and it's frustrating. Like, Heretics looking flat and Liquid looking good.
Yeah. Yeah,
क्या
welcome to casting.
क्या करना चाहता था
But
लॉन्ग
now
लॉन्ग
Liquid
में पिस्टल
carrying
लेके
on, but we see a stack
नहीं
here.
तो डबल डोर खेलना था
Fill it out,
नेट का
don't
साथ
even care. That's what we find in the next couple of seconds. And Tech just, the confidence is so palpable, right? They're just willing to take these fights. Now that's big for them, but it feels like it's all for naught, right? They can recover maybe a rifle if they get lucky. I don't think they picked up on the first try there. And they're just getting cleared out. In normal situations, I might have question marked here or been a bit more worried, but Rienz is going to have to go nuclear, and he simply cannot. Losing two, but they're going to keep that Vandal up. No sweat there.
The anti-eco's been very clean from Liquid. They seem to have shifted their style into more of just a direct approach, and that's usually dangerous, but with how they're kind of trading off each other, how the fundamentals are.
Yeah. If you've got someone like Kiko, if you've got someone like Camo, Kamek, Nats, Pansy, and they're all firing, do it. If you're hitting shots, run that.
It looks like another fast idea from Liquid. The exact same strat as the pistol, but Heretics with 4 ready this time.
They're going to be forced into a fight, though, right? Like, there is a brawl to be
Camo
had.
का
They
ulti
can't
आ गया
sit
भाई.
passively towards tower. This forces them a little bit further forward. I do want to see how they deal with this on the other side. The molly's there. There's no backing away from it now. And it's going to be... Rienz died there? What just happened? I'm baffled as to what just went down.
The molly was in tower, the Teo Salvos came in. The only approach he had was to jump out, and he's fell to his death. But it was a good bait for Miniboo.
Yeah. Fortunately, it actually all works out okay. Kiko left in a 1v4 now.
I'm curious as to how Heretics made that read. That's a hell of a read to be making on your anti-bonus round, essentially, just stacking 4B. So props to whoever called that one.
I really hate the terminology anti-bonus.
I'm sorry.
Very North American. Sick.
What would you say?
Buy round.
Is this a buy round?
It's their buy round, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Not to agree to
It's my
disagree.
pet peeve. It's my pet peeve, all right? You know, I'll let you get away with everything else. That anti-bonus.
Is the anti-bonus.
30 seconds left.
हर जगह का ऊपर उठाने जा रहे
I'm having none of it, mate. Having none of it. He's doing the tour to get all the orbs that he can. So take a nice little trip. Do what he can. Collect some bits and bobs. Here he is. He's found another.
He's on the side quests right now.
Yeah. Sometimes
He is succeeding.
Oh,
Never mind.
Did he get it?
No, don't think so.
Not sure. Sure. Close enough. You got it?
Okay, I'm a noob.
Love you, observers. You're on my side. That's what I'm saying. And here it is. Let's watch this one back. Yeah, I guess it went. Nowhere to go, man.
The bait was...
it kind of worked.
Yeah.
By hook or by crook, I guess, right? However it gets done.
It's so interesting how the mind works that, like, they see a player jumping out of heaven, so therefore nobody is behind.
No one else could be here.
No one could be there.
But repeatable success, we have to wait, right? That's the big question mark with me. Again, we've been seeing generally Heretics get 4 rounds.
And straight, the same again from Liquid?
I mean, surely there's going to be some adaptation on this. You can have the same early start indicator, but you're going to change something up, right? It doesn't look like it.
No.
Nope. Run it again. This time, no one behind the box. But Boo is still towards tower. 1-for-1 traded out, so Camo can continue. Benji now has to pick up that mantle, and he's done it. Lovely. Spike now left towards tower. He can control this space with a bit of support. He still has Rienz here. So can Kiko cause any further pressure? Flanks on the way as well. Don't have all the time in the world to play with. Benji trying to keep their eyes trained up here. See that slow close from Miniboo. Kiko has... Wait. Kiko's just found 2. And the flank does get checked on. Kiko's going to know about this one. Nice from Miniboo, finally. Looking like he's got a bit of form here, but Kamek's still alive. Both players should be noted as well. They know where Benji is, they know where Miniboo was.
Nice reposition from Miniboo though.
I really like that.
He does leave Benji by himself though. But yeah, Kamek's trying to isolate Miniboo and he's nowhere to be seen.
30 seconds left.
And even like this now, Benji taking the time to fall away as well. It gives up the spike, that's fine, because there will be the eventual hast plant. We can work together towards it. It's a really nice way to control the space of what's going to be available for Kamek. So spike is in hand. Might have util back on by the time he's planted if he actually gets the chance to even plant. Miniboo's reposition is lovely.
10 seconds left.
I'm going to go for a pick here. Does spot one, but the paint shell going to be coming through regardless. Time now is a factor. Very well controlled by Heretics.
Yeah, opening though again, Liquid seem to have a very set game plan for this fast B. I think it's a nice idea because Heretics were quite weak, I'd say, towards the B side of the map. But it seems when you game plan this hard, it kind of backfires sometimes. Like because a team could just change one little thing, you know, play 4B.
Sure.
So usually you'd see with a game plan, in my opinion, you play the first rounds a little bit more kind of default-y. Feel like, are they doing the same stuff? Then I would enact the game plan a bit more. But respect for calling it on the second time after being brutalized the first time around.
They've got to be a bit cautious here. They could get caught in no man's land. Fortunately, there's enough stall, and Boo's willing to try and stand on this. There wasn't much of a buy from Team Liquid here, though. It is that Guardian that's just been shifted back over into the hands of Kamek rather than Camo. The flash should show off where Nats is. Obviously, they don't know it's Nats, but they know there is a player towards Dish. Just starting to get a good feel of the map now. And Woot willing to challenge. Starting to see them kind of backing themselves a little bit more here, taking some of these more aggressive fights, you'd say. I just don't want to see too much risk. No need to overdo anything now.
Yeah, the Heretics just look more comfortable in this map. And when you're comfortable, it means that for some reason your aim just looks more comfortable too.
Got it. As far as Kiko can go unnoticed. The pause in the play certainly feels... Ooh, barrel showed for a second. I thought he might have been on for that one. They still need to get past Benji, though, who's got good control over towards tower on the reposition. Nats, nice. They're still going to know, maybe have a good idea about Benji here. They certainly do now. But Nats is still... Nats has gone down. Okay, that's fine. I was a bit worried it went the other way for a second there, but Benji doesn't get overwhelmed. Calm and in control. That was only Sheriffs. That was only a Guardian. So it wasn't the big one, but that's coming up pretty soon.
Yeah, we're going to need to see a little bit more like that from Benji, I think.
Absolutely.
He has been, you know, lagging behind a little bit these past 2 days. And this is a map where on Cypher, he's got a lot of work to do against the Teo, but it's a very important defense for a Cypher on Fracture.
Yeah, I think, again, seeing him in this sort of role, he's had some of the most impactful games playing from this Cypher. I'd love to see him have that sort of high note here, see if we can see them really contest. But Miniboo straight away going to find Nat, so a very early start and a very aggressive start, taking away B main control.
Yeah, Nat shouldn't be being caught out by that one. Heretics ran that one a few times the last map. The straight satchel down onto the box.
Let's switch up here from Benji as well, playing over towards this A side of the map. Still has util to play with, but you can see he has to respect this. Liquid just simply have the numbers. He is on his own. It was a 4-play stack on the other side of the map, so if he goes down, it is a bit of an issue, but does he want to make a play on this? Got to be careful with that barrel. Double walk in the smoke. Liquid take the choice out of his hands. Get proactive themselves. And speaking about proactive, they're still going. Camo! Shuts Miniboo the hell up, and Team Liquid suddenly kick it up a gear, and Boo's not quiet about this one, Boo. You're gonna be heard, mate. Kiko heard him a mile away.
Talking about Benji and how important that Cypher is when he's playing by himself on that A side of the map. They were in a decent position for that retake. They had the numbers. I think that's a bit undisciplined in my opinion.
Which is strange, because I feel like he was always so very good at that. You look at even Sunset when he was kind of playing those sort of solo roles sometimes on his own. Such a great anchor on, you know, on maps like that. So seeing him make some uncharacteristic moves in that situation.
I mean, he had the smoke advantage, but it's just, in my opinion, a risk that I don't want him to take.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised, but 3-3. And now we're starting to get pacey, and Miniboo is up to it, up to the challenge, and up to a third. 3 quick kills, and Boo's there right with him. Heretics stamping their authority back into the series, not letting Liquid run away with it this time. Eyeing up that 4th round. Kiko does get to slip through, but he's got targets everywhere. And that flash looking destined to blind him. They still know he's around. Kiko's been good, but he ain't this good. Mini Boo, 4 kills. And it looks like just aggression meets aggression with an in-zone flawless.
Yeah, and it was the desk highlighting Mini Boo on the Raze being necessary to step up on this map. And that looked like the nicest, the cleanest round Heretics might have had the whole series. Just masterclass of aim from Mini Boo there.
Yep.
And even managed to get Kamik's tail at a bit of a weird one. 2 or 3 people already dead, and we saw the Armageddon coming down. So a little bit of a mistake from Team Liquid.
And a timeout as well. Is this the first Liquid timeout we've had?
I think so, yeah.
It might be, because all the others, I think, were Heretics, and they're all in those first half. So first time we see the coaching staff get involved. Right, the deeper into this year, the map pool does get a little bit different. Once we start getting into best of 5s, things, you know, can swing around. But it's the first competitive start from Heretics, right? If we look at how the other maps looked, even though obviously we now know the scorelines, it didn't feel good, right? I think eye test alone didn't look right, weren't hitting the shots, looked a little out of sorts. This is the first time we've seen them at least kind of taking proactive approaches, looking confident, looking aggressive. Mini Boo playing a really imperative role for this side. So the first real challenge for Liquid, it feels like here.
Yeah, I mean, I just think that map pool-wise, Fracture is probably the best chance Heretics have in this series. I mean, we thought it was going to be the Lotus, but then that went very strange.
So what you're saying is they should have gone for like a Reyna here.
What, Liquids?
Yeah.
No, I mean, the odds are still decent enough with the way that they play this.
Got it. Okay. Wow, it's another timeout. Can't get enough of them. Half buys, losing their mind. Heretics fans really need this one, you know? We've got ults on both sides now as well. Influential one not too far away from Woot as well.
Again, another direct approach from Team Liquid.
Re-enter
No
spotted.
slow defaults for them.
That paint shell could have caught and actually caused a lot more damage. Yeah, he's down low. Now, obviously unconfirmed how much damage he suffered, but still, it's going to get Camo's ult online and kind of bully out that B main control.
Yeah, very curious why they've got 2 people on the north side of the map seemingly doing nothing right now. So there's a plan going on here for Team Liquid that I'm not too sure.
Drone is down.
Mini Boo's going again. This man wants blood. You can smell it in the water, but this time it's his own. Camo takes away both of them. Suddenly Liquid with the right approach here, just catching them drifting in, and now down to Woot. Oh, he's in a pickle. Yeah, get the hell out of there, Woot. Sight's clear. And look at the space been taken on the other side. Oh, padded tank. That was a perfect approach from him.
Yeah, the round's been beautiful from Liquid. The north side was a little bit of a fake towards Arcade, baiting out the protocol from Heretics to push A main, and surprised that just 3 people waiting. They were ahead of me on that one.
I feel like they might be a little bit more focused, you know what I mean? Coaching, actually doing coaching stuff. We love that for them. Very, very happy. But, and you're right, it kind of was won and lost in that catch towards A main. That push out, it was tailor-made to catch their response. Really well identified, though, that has been the protocol kind of reaction.
Both teams are good at this map, in my opinion, and the A main push out on defense is one of the differences between what I would consider a good or a mediocre team on this map. So, nice to see that like layering of knowing, you know, how good teams play this map.
What do we have ult-wise as well here? Still got camos, still got Padatex. These are big ults to play with on the other side. You still got the divide with Boo, and you've got Woots there as well.
Fracture gets weird with the big ults.
Yep. This is a tricky old map, but a lot shown here early towards Dish.
Yeah, strange. Dish, not usually a favorite position for...
Oh, right.
Woots is that?
I mean, it's forced the hand, but Camo actually primed for it. I feel like that was a strange choice of an engagement.
Yeah, nothing off the back of the Armageddon. No util backup, no players off of it. It looked pretty on the map, but...
It felt like a panic ult, though.
Yeah, there was nothing supporting it.
What is Kamek up to here? This feels really, really disjointed this round so far. And Kiko's going to find Benji. It's working out for them somehow. That's the wild part here. Riente's going to fall, and Team Liquid somehow individually taking away Heretics. In really uncomfortable fights, that felt like.
Yeah, a bit solo there from Heretics. Usually you'll
Spike
see
planted.
teams playing a bit more kind of retakey on the
Yeah.
B side of the map, and I highlighted last time when Heretics played that you can be punished for playing on this side.
And it
If you're
feels like
taking the wrong peak, you know, Benji's head was off immediately.
Blue doesn't even get to save. I wouldn't be surprised to see a timeout coming in for Heretics from this one. Maybe. I feel like we started to see Liquid after theirs.
Yeah, after
Get a good
Woot's
read.
weird ult into like
What
a
was
very
this?
disjointed 3B hold.
Okay, watching this one back, I felt it was a bit unnecessary to even go for these fights. You still have Boo on site. Benji got caught.
It looks like Benji wasn't comfortable with the idea that someone had lurked past him. Whereas I think the Benji I know would be more than fine to be like, guys, someone's walked past me, just deal with him.
Yeah, it does feel, yeah, and it is timeout for Heretics here. That is a very strange round. I'd love to see what they made of it and kind of what caused that reaction, because the last two feel like they've really shaken the Heretics team a little harder than expected. We have one away from Miniboo's ult coming in, but how do they want to implement this? Because it feels like Liquid is starting to get that read back in, right? They're starting to get really dialed in on what Heretics have been up to. And with that panic ult in mind and all the other bits and pieces, a bit worried that they can't recover, because it is pressure time, right? We talk about pressure. You're now facing 2-0 down. You've been held on 4 rounds in every single map, still in this one. And you've got a couple things going wrong here.
Yeah, I think if Liquid on those first 2 gun rounds didn't go for that rush on B, that was a bit blind, this could be looking very different right now. 4 for Heretics on the defense, it's not bad. Usually you kind of lean towards the attack a little bit, I think, on this map, but...
I think just knowing the situation, they need more.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Like, you know,
it can't be, yeah, we
can't be held on 4 again.
No.
We can't be held on 4 again. That is just unacceptable for them now. But it's a broken buy, so I want to see if they can activate Miniboo in a certain way. Do they have something they want to bring out for this? And it looks like it's pressure and a run straight through. I mean, I'm not sure if I love the idea of this one. And there's a shorty on the other side now, Nats. The confidence is sky high, but he's going to be punished. Hold on. Now, Woot's done well towards Nats, but in the meantime, everything has fallen in favor to Liquid.
Yeah, Heretics went for a little bit of a crunch on the north side. Not having the weapons to trade out effectively.
Yeah, this one, it felt like it was kind of, not inevitable, you know, it can go wrong, but very well considered by Liquid. They're up to 6. And once again, Heretics are on 4, but a buy here, right? 2 big ults and 1 situational ult. But I'm seeing an operator out for Nats. I'm seeing them add layers to this here, Mini.
Looks like Heretics are going to be going for their stairs push again. It's going to force Team Liquid into A. Boo's going to have to do a lot of work on this A side.
Look at what they're holding, though. Look at what they're holding. Are they expecting them to come jumping down here? If they hold this, they are absolutely expecting Miniboo to try and hop up on towards it. We saw it before when he had the ult as well. Miniboo playing into it. Liquid are trying to really be in the heads of Heretics.
Heretics is a very cheeky setup. They got 2 on the site right now. Literally.
Woot, though. Oh, okay, he's safe, he's safe. I thought that page...
Oh my god.
A foot? A barrel? Something shown? I don't know, but whatever happened, it worked. And they're forcing Boo away here. There's a stack on this site, and it's still looking flimsy. Boo's in trouble, but he's trying to play ahead of it. Trying to play out his life here. Spawns out, Camo sees the ult. Camo's gonna find Benji. The site is open. Plants on the cards. Rienz and Miniboo need to pull off heroics here, if not miracles. It's looking like 7 is destined for Liquid. Now Rienz, they're walking back into just such uncomfortable territory. Camo waiting poised. Nat, eyes trained on it. I don't know if this is even doable. I'd be backing away, and maybe they should have done. The money's in a great spot for Liquid, and it's not looking good. Bullet to the back of Miniboo as Liquid making it up to 7. And Heretics once again denied that 5th.
Yeah, I didn't love the approach from Heretics. The idea was doing that kind of stairs push, forcing Liquid into A. But those A site holds, it's not a consistent way to play this map sitting on A site.
And is this...
Patty Tech managed to get the ult and then it just looked stupid.
Yeah. I'm worried that these round losses never feel good, don't get me wrong, but it hitting at this time feels so key, so critical to this. God, as if it's going to be 4 again. It's not over yet. They've got ults here. They've still got a bit of a buy. It ain't pretty. I mean, look at Miniboo. Look at the judge with Boo. Guardian out for Benji. Bulldog with Woot. They've got fire in them yet.
Nats is even holding on to the outlaw right now, knowing that the half armors are in for Heretics. I hope he's put something else though. Surely, well, I'm not gonna say it. He's gonna get 5, isn't he?
Of course he will. Camo's still around here. They know what they want here. Heretics desperate to get that late A main control, potentially keep that there for themselves, but Miniboo isn't in the perfect position for this. Only got the SMG, and look at where Liquid are now congregating towards. This is still the spike though.
It's like they have the whole map in this point, but Heretics are making, well, they look a bit confused, but
I don't think they know what to do, but they've gone for a switch here. So you're going to have, who is it, Woot going over a little bit closer towards B, switch up for the Sky coming over, maybe to get some information on Dish. They're still paranoid about it being that A hit coming in. God, but this silence is deafening. Pressure now mounting. It's time to go. They've got to make it towards the side, and the ult going to come down. Benji out in the open, swept aside. Kiko's cleared. Powdertech claims Woot's life. It's looking like 8 is going to be on the cards here. Kiko wants that plant, going to get that in. Down to 3. Miniboo, Riens, and Boo trying to work this back. Miniboo pops the ult. He wants to find a body to place it towards. And Kiko's already found Riens. It's falling to pieces here. They're falling like flies as Boo, the last one alive with a goddamn judge. There's nothing he could do. 8 rounds for Team Liquid. 4 again for Heretics. This feels cursed.
another disappointing half from Heretics. Again, they're sitting on sites against ults and getting owned. Like, this isn't the Heretics that I know.
A shadow of their former selves, and it's going to be do or die time pretty soon here. This is what it takes to get to Bangkok, to pull it together when it matters most. Let's see if they can do it.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Eight to 4. This map was meant to be the redemption of Heretics, the way back into this. Favored, seen as the better of, and Liquid couldn't have cared less. They've made it up to 8 mini. They look confident. They course corrected. And now the pressure is all on Heretics.
Yeah, they're going to need to dig deep here to find something. It's the best of fives from Heretics have been something that we've talked about, and it's usually fairly even.
Yes.
Not 2-0 down with an 8-4 half. 4-8 half.
God, and if you're talking about needing a pistol, God, do they need this one. Let's see what they go for here. Of course, Heretics now on the attacking side. It will be Team Liquid on the defense. Waiting for A main pressure, but it ain't coming yet.
Yeah, Heretics just expecting a pistol round idea from Liquid. Liquid on their defense do like to do pushes and crunches, so just waiting that out. We're gonna have the second cycle salvos coming up from Heretics, just waiting for that for the exit.
Just letting it simmer right now as well. The further this goes on, the better it plays for Liquid. All of the scrutiny gets put to Heretics, right? They have to make the move late in a round, walking into what could be the unknown, but they've gathered towards B.
Yeah, 3B here for Liquid, so they are in a decent position.
I think Paditech. Is he playing camo off this? Does he get to play himself into it? He does. Miniboo on the receiving end. Paint Shell goes in. That has to force him away. Nice from Nats. Oh, it's gorgeous from Nats. Vintage from the man himself. And the cavalry are arriving. Miniboo, face the music. Team Liquid with an in-zone flawless to start the second half.
Yeah, Heretics didn't do too much on the map there to inform any kind of rotation or any kind of read as to what Team Liquid are doing, and walked straight into the trap. I was expecting in this game the Teo Salvos to be used a little bit more to try and get rid of these Cypher trips, but not something that we've seen on either side right now. And Nats will be more than happy about that.
And it's a slow march once again towards 10 rounds. Liquid, they've been here before. 2 maps just passed. Similar scenes. But can Heretics change it this time around? If they want to go, if they want a chance at international competition, it has to start even now with only classics. They have to show signs of life. It's been dreary.
Yeah, right now just doing side quest orb grabs from Miniboo, but Liquid already have pushed out of the south side.
The map just keeps feeling smaller and smaller. Okay, that's 2 for
Should
Miniboo.
get 3. I mean, playing the win conditions of the eco round, but again, if we're looking at a 10-4,
it's hard when you look at the kind of the small factors. You're like, oh, okay, this is what they're trying to achieve. That's fine. But then you put in the context of 10-4, map 3, best of 5. Uh-oh. You know, it just gets. Oh, look at his Paditech, the bringer of death. What's on their side? Certainly not anymore. Farming them up. There's Boot. A formality. Liquid. It's 10 again. Up against the 4 from Heretics.
Honestly, if I'm Heretics there, I'm feeling a little bit demotivated by the fact that Paditech is stood in our spawn. Like, he has found a timing that, like, it almost feels disrespectful, to be honest.
And I love it. I love seeing it. Getting their heads rent-free. You got so much room to play with.
One enemy
Liquid's
remaining.
bonus, it's not going to be the most perfect of, right? 2 Bulldogs, Guardian. Nice. Do they make it off 4?
Looks like a south side crunch maybe here for Liquid.
God, if they get held on 4 again, I'm going to lose my mind, Mini. I really will. Oh my God, why do I feel it's going to work out? They're just going to make it in the smoke! And this might be it. This could be the first real kick of them into the coffin. Rienz and Benji trying to pick up the pieces. Rienz has to turn on a dime. Surrounded, left and right, outnumbered. And now it's Benji with a 1v2 to try and beat and break that cursed 4th round. The crowd want it. Willing him on. He's only had 4 kills in this entire map so far. It's all 4s all the time. Team Liquid denying them again. The buy round has been shattered.
I know in this kind of moment for Heretics, the pressure's on and maybe we're forgetting stuff, but in preparation, I'd be more than surprised if they didn't know that that deep stair smoke meant the south side crunch was happening. If I got that in my notes, they've got that in their notes, and they weren't ready for that south side crunch at all, it looked like.
And these are the mistakes that happened under pressure,
Exactly.
Because you throw that into a different scenario, they're not going to fall for it. But here, in these circumstances, it gets just drifted away from them again. Look at that run arounds. God, Heretics. What a slow and painful death this might be. We've got Guardians. We've got what they can. They've tried to muster something together. No ults to completely bank upon. Miniboo 3 away, 2 away from Rienz.
I'm surprised they can even buy this much, to be honest.
All the pennies scraped together. Nats trying to find a little bit of safety. He has. Miniboo taking most of that damage. Oh, Nats.
Liquid already out of A main.
Look at this. Look at his position. You're dead. You are dead to rights. Heretics again at the hands of Nats being crushed. It's just Rienz in a 1v3. It feels like 12 is absolutely happening. Team Liquid 1 round away from Bangkok.
I mean, the heroics from Nats there was beautiful, but my coach brain was already seeing the A main push coming behind. Even when Nats got nothing there, I think that Liquid are in a decent position to win that round. This is a disaster for Heretics.
And now, what could be the final round is with Spectres, Stingers, Guardians. One ult for Rienz. You have Nats with flashes of his brilliance of past years coming in, and Camo finding a corner to play from. The flash goes far, but he's still standing. Miniboo clears. Still hope made here for Miniboo. He goes further. Palitek can't be the one to stop them now. Miniboo charging forward, marching towards the site, trying to just flood in on this, and they've done it at least for now. It looks like Miniboo individually trying to get him around. Nats, I said you're having a vintage game. At this point, I don't know if they won the ace, they just won a round. Get him off that fourth. Boo. Uh-oh. Boo's gone down. Maybe it is an ace, potentially. Who knows? There's no real time for this, but if he can make it costly, that would have been great. But for Nats, he's thinking bigger picture.
Yeah, and for Team Liquid, it's going to be about just keeping composed.
Yeah.
Not letting the pressure get to them.
I don't think you start even feeling the pressure till it's like 10 at this point. You know what I mean? Considering the security for the weaponry is so valuable. And again, Nats is taking it away from them. They do make it out with 2 Vandals. Ult still there for Miniboo and a round from him. He needed that. The team needed it. It gets them off 5. Heroics called upon. And they still have a bye here.
The 13th round of the whole series for Heretics. Couldn't do it in 1 map. Needs 3 maps to do it.
1 round at a time.
Now you can say it, but we can see it all over the face.
Believing it is
it's a different matter.
It's a different matter.
Need a couple more of those, and it can't just be the Miniboo show. We need to see it as a collective approach here. We have his ult. Benji's got his. 1 away from Boo's. Liquid aren't far off from themselves as well. 2 away from Palitek's, 2 away from Kiko's, 1 off from Nats. We got some real close here. And they've chosen to try and tussle with Nats, it looks like. Trying to clear through. Does he find any safety now? Miniboo trying to hunt him down. A 1-man target and a 1-man army. Nats finds his other number and he's still alive. He still tries to do the damage, but he goes down. Rienz claims him and they claim security on the site here. A little bit of stall. They're going to try it. You're going to have Camo trying to lean forward here. A little bit more time to play with. Finds nothing on the site, but he spots out 1. Dealt with. They deny. 50 seconds trying to keep composure here. Can they punish Liquid? They're trying to. Heretics holding this together. Kiko still alive, but only Kiko alive now. Down on 30 HP. It looks like Heretics might have weathered this storm. Patience needs to be shown. They can't take their eyes off the prize for a second. Kiko has been lethal.
Spike planted.
Plants in. The time's there. He's got 2 towards site, 1 off towards main. And he's been caught. Lovely from Heretics. That was a really chaotic round. It could have gone wrong.
Yeah, they kept composed. Nats with a little bit of going for heroics again. Maybe needs to calm down a little bit, but they do have rounds to work with Team Liquid. Yeah, the approach from Heretics the past 2 rounds have been very direct. Just Miniboo go kill is what it's felt like.
Hey, but sometimes when you have a Miniboo, you let him off the leash.
Nice! Let's go, boys.
Round by round. That's 2.
Team Liquid with just the Vandal to work with here.
No armor for it either. All right, Camo, give me some aim. Oh! This isn't the round.
You don't even need to
it.
flash and peek that corner. You can do that from anywhere.
Camo's still cooking. Yeah, Woot's having none of that. He's off ski. Did they manage to police the weapon? No. Palitek's got that. He's got light shields and the ult. I mean, this is not safe yet.
Heretics have accelerated appropriately. They should get this site.
But should doesn't seem to cut it in these sort of days. I don't know why.
Team Liquid do have Breach and Brim ult.
And I feel like Palitek's good for 1 here. I really do. It's a really considered position, though, but the smoke is still in play. They're going to shift through that. They're out towards site. Plant's going to be on the cards. Going to try and deny that. Does Palitek spring? No, he waits. Divide in as well. They want to make them work for this.
They are going to commit them, it looks like.
Away we go. Ult's coming. Team Liquid flooding right on back in, though, but Miniboo going to find Camo. It's all going to be chaos, I promise you that. Kamek the only one to draw blood. It's down to a 3v2. Nats and Palitek. Could Palitek be the one to break their hearts? Could you imagine? The team that made him back in the scenes. But for now, the tempo shifts, but they are deep off site. Miniboo and Woot playing up. Oh my god! And the util's just gone. That was way too early. No, no way. Okay, hold on. No half achieved. Palitek trying to take the fight towards main. Boom. On the back foot here, but time is running too short. Surely they've got time. It took everything. Mini, it took literally everything. The ults upon ults, but they're going to make it up towards 8.
Yeah, it looks a bit sketchy in the end there for Heretics, but I got to call out Team Liquid there, using both the Brim and Breach ult in a situation where you've got low economy, you're coming out of a tiny choke point. Those are the kind of moments in best of 5 series, in deep, you know, tournament gameplay, where I get a little bit worried.
But the thing is, I'll forgive Liquid for some of these errors as well, though, because how often do we see Liquid in best of 5 grand finals deep tournaments?
I mean, exactly.
You know, I'll give them a little bit of leeway, but the score is closing in. 7, not the 8 again. So we see, we wait and we see how much more can they keep pushing through, trying to pull this one from the brink of what felt like death. Tense times now.
Nice little double stack A-main there.
Has to be respected. What are you meant to do against that? Where does Heretics head now?
It's getting to that point of the game where it feels like there's just so much tension.
Palpable at this point. I feel like they're aware of this. This could be the downfall. It's going to be seen. Okay, do they try and punish or do they just hope they dismantle? Okay, they're going to fall off that. In the meantime, we see the crunch coming in from the north side, over towards Dish.
Liquid have 3 on A main, and Kiko looking like he might come back over. No, smoke's off Dish.
But they're rewalking this. Look at them clearing A main. They're going to know. Well, they have a damn good idea. But timing is everything. 30 seconds. Christ, are they leaving this to the last 30 seconds?
30 seconds left.
Heretics. You're walking into an absolute storm here. Nats is going to go down, so they've left it late, but maybe there's something to it. They've gone and lost Benji. Spike on the way. It needs to get there fast. Kiko trying to disallow it. And look at the ult. This is going to be so close on this one. A tap on the spike. They're not going to commit towards it yet, but time is ticking. 11 seconds just passed. It's down to absolutely nothing here. Palitek and Kamek, shoulder to shoulder. Time is of the essence. He has to stick this. Boo! Fights Kamek, but the plant's gone down. It's too little. Too late. And Team Liquid heralded in a new era by claiming the last tickets to Bangkok out of the hands of Heretics. I can't believe it came down to that. Literally a second difference, a little bit of util, the right call. And that is Team Liquid. Heads held high.
I'm stunned. 3-0 against Heretics.
3-0.
They've had an incredible run, though.
They absolutely have. I think from when we first saw Team Liquid,
it looks
the team
scrappy.
we have now.
It looks scrappy.
Yeah,
it did not look good.
Like, come on, what have we seen here? What have they been doing? What's this roster up to? But the difference made, there was some really clear changing points with this roster, going from, you know, what was very uncomfortable, scrappy, messy, to what looks like a real challenger here.
Yeah, I was a bit worried today. I was like, if we send Team Liquid to an international, how are they going to hold up? But after seeing some of the stuff today, I was like, fundamentals were strong.
Get them out there.
Individuals look great.
They absolutely do. Amazing performance, and I think for Heretics, there's a lot of conversations to be had about this performance, about this run so far. It's not easy trying to reinvent yourself time and time again, coming off of such a high note of last year. A lot of new pressure, a lot of new problems. And now for Sage 1, they will have to find those answers. Bangkok is not on the cards.
I do trust their system, though.
Yes.
I think that with the time to come back, they can talk through all these things. You know, it's not the best start of the season for Heretics. The team expected to win this.
Yeah.
But
But today, I think the fair thing to say is the better team won. Team Liquid, that first map, you know, going through the whole thing that we've seen, unbelievable. Willing to play this confident, really quirky look to things, and it worked out so well. It's been an absolute treat to watch this team go from strength to strength. And I can't wait to see how they do internationally. That, to me, is such an exciting
I can't wait to see how they do tomorrow.
That is true. There's still so much more to come. You're right. How will they fare? Camo's been incredible. Kiko, Nats having a vintage rollback performance. I mean, from start to end, they have been incredible. God, what a moment for them. That's got to be a real surprise for them in a way. Because, you know, coming into this start of the at least kickoff, I didn't expect to see them one of the teams going forward. I think that's a fair assessment, but my God.
Yeah, my read was that they had players that are going to be able to accept a good system in the coaching staff. I think that Lohan is a coach that we probably don't talk about that much, but I've seen his work. I think he's a good coach.
All right, let's send it over to the stage. Yinzu is standing by with Nats and Kiko.
I am indeed. Thank you very much, Pansy and Minnie. I'm now joined by Nats and Kiko from Team Liquid. Guys, give it up for them. Give it up. Now, as you can see, all of the branding, the stage behind you, you will be heading to Masters Bangkok. I'm going to ask you guys about this separately. First of all, Nats, we didn't see you at any global events last year. I think everybody missed you seeing on that stage. Talk to me how you're feeling about qualifying for this event, but also qualifying at your prime. You're playing so well. We're seeing some vintage Nats. We got the op in there as well. Everything is just amazing. How are you feeling?
I mean, I'm feeling good. I don't think it's a prime. I mean, I like how am I playing right now and how am I doing as the IGL. It feels good, but it's like, I think it's a second time, to be honest. First year, I qualified to 2 international events. After that year, I wasn't qualifying. After that, 2023, I think I qualified everywhere. Again, year we didn't qualify anywhere. Now I'm qualified again, so it feels good. But it kind of like, not the first time already for me, but it feels very good.
But does it feel, I mean, how was it like last year when you didn't qualify for anything? It must have been tough, right, watching other teams go ahead of you.
I mean, it's always tough to see how on the international event people are like playing, especially when I was doing a watch parties. You kind of watching and you see the people play and you're like, why am I not there? But sometimes you just don't deserve. You need to work harder, and I think I'm glad we proved that. And now we're going to the Bangkok. And yeah, that's good.
You're gonna be there this time. You're gonna be there. Now, Kiko, I know Masters being held in Bangkok is very, very special to you. Yes. Over in APAC, all of the Southeast Asian teams have been knocked out. You know, some of the Thai representatives will not be there. But you are half Thai, and you've spoken about that. This is a very special thing for you. So I want, maybe we can milk it a little bit. Get the APAC fans on your side. Get them on Team Liquid here. What does it mean to you to make it there?
It's really important for me because my mum was really cheering us on for this event. I told her that I'd really make it this year, and it won't be a repeat of last year. And this year we're going to make Bangkok because it's really important for us. And yeah, I think there's a lot. I think my family's going to be there from Thailand, so hopefully they can come watch.
Yeah, I feel like you're going to get the fans behind you. You were also telling me before this interview started, your mum is watching, right?
Yes.
Is there anything you want to say to your mum right now?
Thank you for taking a day off to watch me. I won the game, so, you know, it was worth it, so, yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely worth it, taking the day off, yeah. Now, Eamon's just laughing behind you.
Yeah, I don't know what she's doing there.
Yeah, Eamon's always taking days off, you know, he knows how that
Doesn't
feels.
work.
He knows how that feels. Now, not only did you make it the fashion you did, the dominant fashion you did, we have to talk about Lotus, because there is something about the fact that whenever we see you play Fade, Nats, someone is playing Reyna on your team. It was Redguard last time on the Reyna, I don't know if you remember, but we were kind of guessing a little bit about why you played this comp. Was it a last-minute thing? Have you been prepping this? Is there a reason why you left Lotus open today? I have a lot of questions, so yeah.
I mean, it's good that you have a lot of questions. It's good that Vitality has a lot of questions in that case.
Oh, okay.
So let them think about that, how they're going to think. Previous match, we also banned Pearl, and now we banned Pearl. So let them think how the VT is going to be, but it looked good. I like playing Fate. Lohan saying you should play Cypher though, but I played Fate at least once.
Oh, second time, right? I believe this is the second time that we've seen you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So was
Twice
that...
on Lotus though.
Yeah, but was this a conversation that you did have to have with your coach? Like, trust me, put me on the Fade, not the Cypher. And he was on board?
Of course.
Oh, wow. Okay, I love that. And Kiko, I feel like the Reyna doesn't need a lot of persuading. But on Lotus, it's different. We don't see that very often.
You know, it's just it's something we cooked up, so it was pretty fun to play. Get back on the duel list again. I told Camille, like, every time we're playing double duel list, we haven't lost a map, so happened again today.
2 out of 2, right?
Yeah.
2 out of 2. I assume you'll tell me the real reasons tomorrow after the final, okay? We'll have this chat again and you can
Okay,
honestly...
tomorrow you can ask, actually.
Okay, sure. Tomorrow I'll ask you this again. Speaking of Vitality, you've played against a lot of teams here already. You have the most reps out of everybody, but you haven't played against Vitality, and they're also looking insanely dominant. So how do you think you're going to match up against them? Again, because you've played so much, and we feel like that's a good thing, right, Kiko, having reps on stage?
Yeah, I think that playing a lot, you know, coming from the lower bracket, playing like, I think 6 best-of-3s or 7?
We played, it was our 7th match.
Yeah, okay, 7 games here. I think we have a lot of experience now. The team, like, resetting, some resilience, and like being more comfortable on stage. I think it's really a big bonus for us, and I think it's hopefully that it'll be like a deciding factor for tomorrow anyways.
Is there, how big of a gap do you think there is between Vitality and some of the opponents you faced already? Is it, do you feel like it's going to be a tougher opponent?
I mean, we will find out tomorrow. They were doing very good. Previous match against the Heretics, they played very well. Against Food, they also played very well. I think against KC, they only had problems and they played into 3 maps. It will be good to face, and especially counting through the thing that both of the teams qualified to Bangkok, and now it's about who is going to be the champion of the Kickoff. It will be a good match.
Yeah, you've already lifted a trophy on this stage before. You know what that feels like. You know what that feels like. And lastly, you are the final team to make Masters. Everyone else across the globe have already locked their teams. Who are you most looking forward to playing? Because tomorrow, after the finals, we will be finding out the draw. We'll be finding out your first opponent. So is there a team that you would like to face?
I only know that G2 qualified. I don't know about any other teams, to be honest.
Sentinels, they made it. DRX, T1, EDG, and Trace.
Okay, but to be honest, G2, they're looking really good. I think that I'm most excited to face them, hopefully. They're looking really strong.
I mean, I like to face anyone, and it's only 8 teams on the tournament. It's 2 teams from each region, so it's the 2 teams of the best teams from each region. So every team is deserved to win. It's good to play against every team.
I'm gonna push you a little bit, Nats, just you know, just to get some storylines going. Give me just one team.
One team?
Yeah, give me one name.
EDG.
Oh, I love that. Champs winners, right? That makes sense. Champ runners. Thank you so much for joining me. It's been a pleasure to watch you guys. One more time, everyone, for these 2. We're going to be back for the grand finals. Okay.
Thank you.
Tomorrow, it's going to be between Team Liquid and Team Vitality. Have a lovely rest, everyone, tonight, and we'll see you then.
to Bangkok.
I feel like a champion. A champion. Ain't nothing that can't be done. Oh yeah. I put it all on the line. Definition of divine.
Yeah, I feel like a champion. Ain't nothing that can't be done. They told me I wouldn't be nothing. Came on now, second to none. I need me a trophy, I need me a ring. I'm not with the bull, but keep it a beam. You know what it is, you know what I mean? Shit, all I do is win, 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 win. Haters wanna hate, they ain't made top 10. Double, triple team, what they need to defend. I juke left and I'm gone with the win. I'm gone with it.
I feel like a champion. A champion. Ain't nothing that can't be done. Oh yeah. I put it all on the line. Definition of divine. I feel like a champion. A champion. Ain't nothing that can't be done. Oh yeah. I put it all on the line. Definition of divine.
Feel like a champ, MVP status. Yeah, the win been guaranteed. Snow, let's see about it. If you gon' speak about it, then be about it. If you don't bring that energy, no, I can't be around it. Nah, I'ma shoot my shot. I'ma stick it, watch. At the tippy top, I cannot take no loss. 2 seconds on the clock, they gotta give me the rock. I got a game on wet, yeah, I got a game on lock.
I feel like a champion. A champion. Ain't nothing that can't be done. Oh yeah. I put it all on the line. Definition of divine. I feel like a champion. A champion. Ain't nothing that can't be done. Oh yeah. I put it all on the line. Definition of divine.
trying to disallow it. And look at the ult.
Team Liquid and
And then it's